Hi everyone, Skip here from the FKN Ensemble. Today we'll be doing a walkthrough on how to properly roam and flank the enemy team as a defender in Rainbow Six Siege. Flanking and roaming are some of the most potent tools at a defender's disposal, but it can be a little tricky to get right match after match if you don't know what you're doing. So hopefully this guide will help you out. I'm not going to go into specifics for each map as I think I'll save that for another video if there's enough interest. But with that said, there are a number of strategies to use to increase your odds of success, so let's get started. First, you need to choose the right operator. Now, to be clear, any defending operator can be used as a roamer and flanker under the right conditions. Some of the best roamers I know have found success using both the Rook and Kapkan operators because their strong armor ratings allow them to draw the firefights out longer than other operators, despite being slow as molasses. But by and large, you should be sticking to the operators with the most speed if you want to roam and flank. Speed is of the utmost importance for roamers and flankers because you want to have the ability to frequently reposition yourself to take advantage of evolving situations, or to quickly move yourself if your hiding spot is found too early by the enemy. Therefore, the best three operators for roaming and flanking as a defender are Bandit, Jaeger, and Pulse. My strong preference here is to take Pulse, and you can see in the montage of our best Pulse roaming plays linked in this video's description. His general lack of any deployables means that you can spend the majority of the setup phase hunting drones, and picking the best initial hiding spot for the rest of the round. Plus, his heartbeat sensor is incredibly powerful if used in the right hands, both as a way to hunt and kill enemies, and as a way to help your team communicate and understand enemy dispositions. However, both Bandit and Jaeger can be exceptionally good on maps with long sight lines, such as Consulate and Oregon. If you attach an ACOG sight to Bandit's MP7 and Jaeger's M416C carbine, you can hammer attackers from long range as they try to push a position. The only problem is that both Jaeger and Bandit have a number of traps to lay down during the deployment phase, so your early match roaming time can be cut significantly if you aren't quick enough laying down your traps. I won't go into too much depth about specific loadouts here, but these three speedy defenders will provide you with all the tools necessary to flank and catch the enemy team unaware. Second, it's absolutely imperative that you know the maps. Not just that you have a rough understanding of the maps, but that you really know them. Know likely attacker routes based on the objective location. Know which walls can and can't be breached or shot through. Know what corners are good for blind firing or pre-firing. Basically, know the layouts of the maps by heart. This is one of the hardest parts of roaming and flanking as a defender in Rainbow Six Siege, as most of the maps are rather complex. But situational awareness is key to a roamer and flanker. It's impossible to do either of these effectively if you don't know where the enemy team is, how far they are from you, how close they are to the objective, or how to best get to them. Obviously, a lot of this information can be obscured by the proverbial fog of war, but having a basic understanding of the map's fundamental flow and layout is essential. Unfortunately, there's no silver bullet here. The only real way to learn the maps is to play them over and over and over again. Ubisoft provides a planning whiteboard on their website with layouts for every single map, but looking at a top-down static view of a map is a poor substitute for actually roaming the maps. One of the best ways to become familiar with the maps is to play through all the scenarios and to practice in Terrorist Hunt single-player mode. The good news is, once you know the maps, roaming and flanking gets much easier. The third point is a bit up for debate, but I think your actions should be influenced by whether or not the attacking team has found the objective. Now, no other guides that I know of touch on this, and your mileage may vary, but this is where we start to get into player psychology and motivations. If the enemy attacking team has not found the objective, they will be far more cautious upon entering the level. They will be checking every corner and will be extra alert for roamers such as yourself. This can seriously reduce the effectiveness of defending roamers and flankers. If the attackers know where the objective is located, they tend to develop tunnel vision, focusing on the objective and excluding the other parts of the map that don't necessarily matter to their ultimate goal. For example, attackers are much less likely to check the basement and garage on the house map if the objective is located in the kids' room or master bedroom. Having the enemy know where the objective is gives the defending roamer and flanker a lot more flexibility and opportunity during the match. Now, this doesn't mean I'm suggesting you let the enemy drones find the objective. And I'm also not trying to say you can't roam if the attackers don't know where the objective is, just that your job as a roamer and flanker will be much harder if that's the case. Assuming the attacking team does know where the objective is, your most important consideration as a roamer and flanker is timing. When an attacking team begins their assault, their ultimate objective is to extract the hostage, defuse the bomb, or to secure the area. Because of this, attacking teams will develop tunnel vision as discussed earlier. They will tend to focus on the objective over all else once they think the periphery of the map is clear of enemies. Your job as a roamer and flanker is to get into those areas that the attacking team has assumed are safe and turn them into kill zones. This requires a lot of timing and patience. If you come out of your hiding spot and attack too quickly, the enemy team will still be on high alert and will not have assumed any areas are safe yet. If you come out of hiding too late, the attacking team may already be pushing the objective, forcing you to prevent them from securing an objective they may already be inside of. You want the attacking enemy team to be actively engaged with your team when you make your move. It's okay if one or two of your teammates dies. This actually has an encouraging effect on the attacking team, encouraging them to continue pushing deeper into the map and to ignore their surroundings more. Use the map's cameras if you can to locate the attackers, but don't spot them as you want the cameras to live as long as possible. When you do finally decide to make your move, try to do so quietly. Use gunfire and breaching sounds to mask your footsteps. There's nothing worse than setting up a perfect flanking trap only to have the enemy attacking team hear you coming from a mile away. If you get your timing right, you will find an attacking enemy team completely preoccupied with attacking your friendly defenders, totally unaware that you are sneaking up behind them. Of course, not everything goes as planned. Even if you have picked the best operator, you know the map inside and out, and you choose your timing perfectly, sometimes things just don't work out. Maybe you miss your shots, or maybe an attacker turns around at just the right moment and spots you. This is all okay. If these things happen, your job immediately becomes to distract the attacking team. Now that their attention has been turned from the objective towards you, you're likely facing a 2-on-1 or worse. Try to string them out, spread them out, and disrupt their plans. Maybe take a few pot shots and run to a different floor. Maybe play peekaboo around a corner, taking shots as you do. If you kill a couple, great. If not, you're still distracting them, wasting precious seconds they could be using to push on an objective. Just like an advancing army in real life, leaving a roaming enemy in their rear who could sneak up behind them and kill them at any time is something the attacking team can't afford to do. Your antics force them to deal with you, pulling them away from the objective in the process. Well, that's all the tips I have for now. Thank you for watching, everyone. This was my first narrated video, so if you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and tell us what you think. Also, follow the link to our Twitch channel as well if you're interested. Until next time, this is Skip from the FK Ensemble signing out.